Hello and welcome back to High Ridge Farm with me, the Walrus. I must start today's episode off with a slight apology as I managed to screw up an entire week's worth of recording as OBS decided to do an update and I didn't realise it had actually modified my screen resolution. So it meant that the video that I recorded for all of last week when I was trying to do all the editing was really zoomed in on a corner and there was nothing I could do about it. So, me being an idiot out of the way, we're now entering into the third week of the fall or autumn season here. The next day, tomorrow, is going to be, because that's how the next day works, being tomorrow, is the Stardew Valley Fair. So we will be participating in the grange. So I've got a few items that I've got, ready to go. I'm probably going to reuse a few things that I used last year, a couple of the iridium quality fish that I managed to catch thanks to the incredibly useful bait and the lure. The curiosity lure is incredibly useful, I believe. That's the one that increases the quality of the fish that you catch. But all the same, really handy. Now, of course, I'm replanting all of these pumpkins because pumpkins, they're very handy, and I'm going to need to plant a lot of them, as they're going to be my main cash crop at the moment for this autumn season. However, we're a third of the way through the season, and there's a couple of things that I still need to do. Namely, number one, to finish the most important thing of all, which is the Taro tubers. Now, I am going to pop over to Ginger Island later today so I can have a proper look at the island and see where we're at. I think I've got enough taro plants planted, but I've just got to hope that they grow quickly enough. Now, I'm grabbing all these pumpkins, and as I'm doing so, I'm realizing actually I kind of want to leave some in a big block formation like I've got next to the shed, so that then I can hopefully get some giant ones growing, because that'd be really cool. But at the same time, I do kind of just want some money. Now, I believe that pumpkins are one of the more valuable crops for putting in a preserves jar. Of course, I could be wrong on that one. I believe cauliflower is the most valuable when done like that. But I do know that the trouble is it's close to being the very, very similar in value between the juice and the preserve, like the pickled ones. So I can't remember which way around it is and which one is, like, what's more beneficial to do. But I am going to keep a hold of a few pumpkins because I still want to make a couple of the recipes. I've still got to make like the pumpkin pie, which would be good. And generally, it's quite useful just to have a couple of them lying around for use later on. Now, let's have a quick look and see. So as I'm reorganizing stuff here, I'm going to sell a fair chunk of this stuff because I don't need it all. So I also do need to get a lot more coal so I can make more preserves jars, because that's going to be the main difficult part that I've got to work on, really, in just getting a decent amount of produce. And I want to be able to pickle more things more quickly. I think that's a perfectly legitimate thing to do, but I do need to get a lot more coal before I can actually make them. But not the end of the world. I'm sure I can do it. Now, so I'm just going to try and find my wife so that I can give her a sunflower, because that would be good. No, I can't find her. Where is she? Where has she disappeared to? Maybe she's disappeared into town. Kind of nice though, but oh well. Let's have a look. Let me see. So, no crops ready to harvest in here at the moment, but of course we're getting like the useful crops like the mangoes, bananas. And I'm just throwing them straight into the vending, like to be sold immediately. Partly because I really want to get the at least selling 5 of each crop. thing. I can't remember what the name of that achievement is actually called, but I can't remember. Either way, that's kind of what we got to do. Now I've got some more stuff that I can make some fertilizer from, which would be good. And let's see. Let's just quickly go in here, sort out some eggs. Not too difficult to do. And I've got a lot of fruit, as you can see, which is not a terrible thing. But again, I need to work my way through and actually properly look through what I need to harvest, so I can then sell it, because I know there are a few things that I still haven't sold or shipped out as part of the joys of the general farming. Now, one of the other things I've also got to do is look at the animals themselves, in that I do have a good number of animals anyway, but some of them I'm debating whether I want to sell a couple of them or keep all the ones. We'll see. Now, let's quickly grab that. We've got some more cloth to make. Lovely. And then what next? Okay, so I think I need to just sell these. There we go. That's nice and easy. And we'll teleport back up to the top. Of course, what we're going to do is we're going to go into town, which would be nice, and see what we can find. Because I know it's only, what's the word? Monday. You know, I forgot the word for Monday. Good grief. As you can tell, I'm having one of those weeks. I've just been very sick and tired of writing things this week, as I've had to write a number of pub quizzes ready for work, as well as a best man speech for a wedding, which I'm still not sure what I'm going to put in it, because there's the difficulty of writing a best man speech is how much of a humiliation do you pull on someone? Okay, so let's go buy some more seeds, because yes, seeds are going to be kind of nice. Let's see, bunch of pumpkin seeds, maybe 100, 150. We'll do that. That'll probably be a good idea. Let's see, what else we're going to do. And we will go back through to town. I'm going to dump a bunch of stuff in the chests so that I can actually organise all this stuff, and then head straight on off to see Willy so that I can ship my butt off to Ginger Island, as that's going to be the most important thing for me to do at the moment, as I really need to check on the Taro and other such stuff. Of course, now that I've got the Haymaker enchantment on my sword, makes life a lot easier, and maybe I should just take the scythe off, but I know I'll need it for actually dealing with crops, so it's kind of what I need to do, which, okay, so I didn't realise we could have another one, so let's take the stone one again, because, yeah, why not? Because stone is good. And I can easily get 1,000 of it. It's not particularly hard to get. I've got the bombs. I can go and blow up some stone and get everything ready and just work my way through the island and get stuff done. So, come on. Come on, Willy. We've got an island to get to. Now, let's go. Toot toot. So, yeah. Let's head on over to the island. And we've got some panning to do. That's good. Always nice. Now, I know that the grange itself shouldn't be too difficult to participate in. And hopefully I should win. It'll give me 1,000 of the tickets, which is easy enough, I guess. Nothing too super exciting. I can't really remember what I'm going to use them for. Something, maybe. No idea, though. But, right, let's mine all of this stuff. And that's also just going to give me some useful general stone for the difficult, very challenging quest I've got to do. But I also do need to get some of the bone fragments, because they're quite useful, as they'll allow me to buy more of the taro root, just in case. But that's not too difficult, really. And off we go. Now, so I've got about a reasonable number of them like already shipped out, so that's good. But we'll just knock this bit down here and go and chat to the island trader. And of course, I do also want to grab the recipe that's available here, but of course I haven't got the ability to get it at the moment. Like, because of course I'm using all of the bone fragments for taro root at the moment. Okay, so let's quickly go and plant some stuff. So we've got some iridium that I'd forgotten I had on the go. And we'll just ship out some things because, yeah, whatever. Nothing super difficult. Okay. Now let's see what other things we got. So, a couple of missing plots, so we can quickly help harvest that up and get stuff ready. As I've got a bit of annoying, a couple of gaps. But then again, this is what I kind of get for planting the forage seeds, because it's one of the things that does annoy me a little bit about the forage seeds. As useful as they are, is they have a chance when they grow to full extent that they will just destroy the land underneath them and like make essentially unplow it. So you have to replow it, and then any fertilizer you may have put on there is wasted. It's not super difficult to deal with, but it's just annoying more than anything. So I'm going to just quickly sell off the silver and gold taro roots, and I will probably just then pulp the other ones into getting them into seeds, which would be good. And that'll be really helpful, as then I'll have more taro root, which would be good. So there we go. What should I plant? That's the debate. I might plant a couple of those, because I've got those banana trees. Now, I know I've got one growing in the greenhouse. What I might do is just plant a couple along here, just so I've got a selection of fruit trees on the island, just because it'll be nice, more than anything. And that'd be kind of cool. As that'll give me some lovely stuff going on, essentially. Right, so we're just going to plonk these seeds down. Nothing super exciting there. Yeah. Not entirely sure what else I'm going to do with them, but hey-ho. Right, so I'm going to just put these away, because I don't need these really right now. And I think I don't really need all of these crops that I've now acquired. Nothing super difficult. But yeah, we'll just make stuff. So I'm going to head on over to the volcano so I can blast my way through a large quantity of stone and get some more deposits, and possibly, hopefully get a few more of the star shards, because they'll be useful for any upgrades that I want to do, because there's quite a few upgrades I want to make. And some of the items I've got at the moment, kind of useful, but I would like to blend a pair of rings together. And remember to not throw the ring in the volcano this time, because that was dumb as hell. And I know I'm a moron, very painfully aware that I'm a moron, so we'll see. C'est la vie. Right, so I'm going to murder these slimes. I do have a lot of slimes to kill still to get the slime charmer ring. I think I'm only at, like, God, another... I think I'm only about, like, 600 of 1,000 I need. So I really, really need to absolutely murder the living heck out of them. So that then I can get that slime charmer ring and meld it with the ring I've currently got, because that would be really handy. As then I can be immune to damage from slimes, and that will be really helpful, especially if I try doing the slime ranching, because again, kind of handy. So let's have a look. So we've got a chest in there. I'm going to be curious and see what's actually in there, because it could be something really useful. Could also be absolutely terrible. Absolutely nothing, but we will soon see. So let's quickly go back through here. Quickly grab another mango sapling. So yeah, I should probably plant a bunch of these trees on the Ginger Island, because then I could have a nice selection of fruit growing. And yes, I won't be able to harvest it constantly, but that's not the end of the world. I can live with that, as I'll be able to, as I can leave it for a few days, because I'm not going to plan on essentially living at the Ginger Island farm that frequently. But at the same time, I wouldn't mind doing a bit of house decorating as well, both on the Ginger Island farm and the home farm on High Ridge. So that's going to be something I might consider doing, is just decorating thoroughly and heavily. But we'll soon see on that one anyway. So, of course, we've got tomorrow being that we've got the Grange and the Stardew Valley Fair to sort out. We've got a few more things that we need to organise for that. So, got a couple of chests that I can stash things away in, which is kind of the important thing, is because then I can keep them separate and I'll know that I can just use those easily enough. Whoa, I'm cutting things a little bit close there. Okay, that's... whew, that was close. Thank goodness for lava caps, because they are surprisingly really, really good, which I'm not upset about. It's really nice. Okay, so let's head on up to the next level. So, sort of debating what time am I going to disappear back to the house. Probably pushing to maybe, what, 1? Maybe? That'll probably be about a sensible time to go back to the farm. Again, I've got the teleport back to farm, so that's easy enough, so hurrah. Yay. Yeah. So, we will open up this one. Go on, open this chest. What have we got there? Oh. Okay, I've never seen this item before. That's kind of cool. And yes, it's not as good as my sword, but that's kind of cool. And I know that there's a few interesting items that are available when it comes to the weapons that are available in the game. And that's kind of cool. I do like that. The dwarf hammer. Never seen it before. I wouldn't mind having a couple of other different weapons, maybe. I know I could go to the Adventurers Guild, and I think that once you've got the weapons, you can then swap them around for other ones. I can't remember if it's you swap or you can have like the sword and the galaxy dagger and the... I can't remember. Either way, it's still kind of a good weapon, and I do like the idea of the galaxy hammer. I've always kind of used the hammers rather than the swords, more so, just because the damage output is much higher. But, who knows? Maybe I should muddle things around and try different stuff out. So anyway, I've never really used the daggers. So again, maybe I should try that out. See what happens. Okay, so what other guff have we got? Because if memory serves, the daggers have a much higher chance of critical damage, generally. And they've got a very short range. Whereas the swords kind of are a nice blend of damage and general goodness. The hammers tend to be the highest damage but the slowest swing, I think. Not entirely sure. But again, critical hitting is kind of nice and handy. And one of the other things I do really need to do is I need to get a bit better with working with the slingshots. Because I think that is just that because I'm using a controller, they're not as easy to to manage. So maybe I should try actually using just the keyboard and mouse and see what I can do with it. Because that would be quite nice to use that for a little bit of ranged damage. Okay, so at 1 AM, I should get the heck out of here. Right, off we trot then. So, we are heading back to the farm. We're just going to put things back in chests and stuff. And, oof, goodness. Yeah, that's kind of it. So it's just making sure we can actually get stuff done. Okay, and let's see. Okay, so put some stuff away. Just generally making sure that stuff is organised and well done. I think that's the important thing, isn't it? It's just making sure that stuff is ready. Just because I'd rather it be all organised and stuff. Sell the taro root. We've got this chest here, which is my stuff for tomorrow morning thingy. And oh goodness, let's just check in here. Just quickly check, see if there's anything else. So let's slap this other tree down. There we go. So I've got a couple of banana trees growing. I've got a mango tree in there. That'd be good. Nothing super difficult. That'd be nice though, because that'd just be generally quite good. Let's quickly drink this coffee and move myself a bit faster. Come on, into the house we go, Walrus. We are pushing time. Come on. Oh, very close. Far too close, if you ask me. But we've done that now. And now we're moving on to day 15 is over. So on to day 16, which is the day of the Stardew Valley Fair. And the Grange display, which we are going to hopefully kick Pierre's butt, because he's obviously just been an arse and just used all of the bestest crops that I've been providing to him by selling them at his store. Now, I don't tend to sell very much stuff directly to Pierre because, well, I'm not at the moment in direct, like, a super need of instant money. Oh, well done, Haley. I'm glad that you're enjoying cleaning. But goodness gracious, the trick is don't cover yourself in mud, especially when you're trying to clean the house, because that's not generally the best plan. Also, where the hell are you getting all the mud from? Oh, excellent. So we've actually got Haley's happiness and relationship with Haley to the maximum. So now we've got ourselves a star drop. Oh, that's sweet. Thank you, Haley. You're adorable. So there we go. And she definitely has quite a redemption arc as characters go in Stardew, because she's just lovely. She's just she's an obnoxious, horrible person to begin with, but as you improve your relationship with her and have the heart events, it's nice to see that she's not as much of an obnoxious, horrible human being. She's open to learning new stuff, which is an important kind of an important trait for anyone, really. If you're happy to and willing to learn, there's no harm in that. It's good. Now, of course, we had a loud thump during the night, which means that something has landed on the farm. Now, I'm assuming it's a meteorite, but that wasn't the same noise as the meteorite. Now, I know there are a few other events that can occur, but I can't remember what it was. Now, of course, I've seen there's a giant pumpkin growing down there, which is good. But we do need to investigate what the hell is going on down there at the bottom of the farm, because I would like to know if there is another iridium meteorite or one of the weirder events that's occurred, because that'd be good. There we go. So look at that. We've got this honking great pumpkin, which is great. So I'm going to cut that bad boy up with a big axe, slicing that bad up. There we go. And we'll just quickly water all this as well, just to make sure it's all ready so we can have more. Now, I might leave that as is for now, just to see if I can promote the growth of more big ones. But at the same time, would it be more viable for me to just sell it off? And I don't know. It's just trying to figure that out. My head hurts is the short answer, really, I think, on that one. Now, well, so the fair itself will be starting in the next few minutes, which is not the end of the world. And yeah, we can just get in there and start doing stuff, which is important. Okay. So let's put some stuff away in here. And off we go. Let's see. So we've got I really need more. So many more. As more of them will be just generally more useful. And the more of them I get, well, the more coal I need to make them. So that's kind of a little issue on that one. Not the end of the world. Not impossible either, just a faff. And I am very lazy. So, yeah. Let's try and get this stuff done. Okay. Let's have a look. So we're going to ride on into town. We've got our selection of things to put in, which will be good. And off we go. Okay, so let's see what we've got. What's available? Oh, some mixed seeds. I guess that could be useful. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. So let's see. Let's try this strength gorilla. Woo. So I'm going to put the stuff that I want on the grange. So we've got the super cucumber, we've got the octopus, we've got a grape that I've foraged, got a bottle of wine, an iridium bar, lots of purple. I like purple. It's actually one of my favourite colours because I kind of have two, green and purple. I think both are just lovely colours, and I've just always had a bit of a thing for green. Was always my favourite colour as a kid, especially darker greens. It's really nice. Anyway, before I start going off on a rant about my absurdly weird childhood anyway, I'm sure there's not actually that much absurdly weird about my childhood, but hey-ho. Right, so let's go do the fishing game because it's super easy. Yeah, I brought the good stuff, Haley. We're going to kick all of the butt. Don't you worry. So, yeah. Let's see. Let's see what we can catch on this glorious madness that is the fishing game. Because the more I can end up with, the better. Just get them that perfection bonus and all that goodies. Yeah. I do find that this little mini game is my most favourite of them because I think it's just because I'm bad with the slingshot. But then I've mentioned that I'm bad with it before already today. But hey ho, I'll live. Again, I'll try it out with the keyboard and mouse and see if it's actually easier to do. But meh. So let's see. Catch this, whatever that is. Okay. We'll see what we can actually get, because it'd be nice to catch some more interesting fish. I've still got a few that I still need to actually catch that I haven't caught yet. So I do need to actually have a look and see. I'll have a look through the, what's the word, the shipping manifest type thing that's as part of the pause menu where you can actually see what you have and haven't shipped out, because that would actually be quite useful for me to have a look at and see what I do need to ship out to make some money, and of course what I also need to catch as yet. But we'll see on that one, as of course I do need to catch a few more different things. So let's see. Now, so we've got ourselves 117 points for 5 fish. We've got a 217 for a perfection bonus, so that's good. Let's see. Yeah, screw it. Let's just use some on this. Maybe 200. We'll see what we do. I'm not expecting to actually get much from it, but who knows? Could get something. Maybe. It'd be nice to catch, get a bit of extra, some tokens, just because. We'll see. Let's see what we're gonna do there. So let's go and have a chat with good old Maya over here. Good old Linus, not Linus. Linus is the homeless man, isn't he? Yeah. Whatever. The mayor, him, that guy. Woo. Yeah, so he's going to go and judge our mess, which would be good, and see what we have. Mostly because I'd like to actually get the prize, and I'll probably just buy the seeds right away, because there's not much else that I need or want from that sale, from that little booth of, well, I think it's Pierre. No, it's not Pierre's. It's the person in purple. There's not really much that is of much use to me today, because I think I've already bought it all. Right, okay, so we won. So we got ourselves 1,000 tickets. So we're going to clear out this box, which is easy enough. And off we go. Let's escape out into the world and see what other things we can do. Of course, I think I can't remember what time you end up back at the farm when it's over. So I cannot remember. I'm gonna be curious. Gonna be curious to see. Let's have a look, see what we got. Right, so there's not much else here that I need to talk to or deal with. Let's head on back to the farm. So I know I'm going to have a couple of things that I'm going to need to do, such as organising some of the animal stuff and selling things. Not too hard. Right, so we'll quickly put those back in this chest. I'm going to hold on to that and just use it again next year, because yes, it wins, because yes. So let's see, grab these. Now I do need to catch some sardines. I think I'm gonna, well, I mean, I can't catch them now. I think they're like a morning fish in by the sea. Whether I'm correct on that, very different question. Anyway, back into the shed after we cut down this tree, because it just needs to go away, because I think it's just buzz off. Go away, tree. Don't need you. And what else we're going to have? Well, that's a bunch of cheese. That's good to sell. That's good and helpful. I like having more of that. And a little bit more money is kind of what we're after. As much cash money as possible, please and thank you. I know I'm over 1 million at the moment, but I do want more. I'm going to need like 3 million, I think, for whatever the return sale. Okay, so we've got the strange capsule. Okay. I cannot remember what that's for. Or what even it does. I know I can move it, because I pickaxed it. But what on earth are we going to do? Oh, what does it do? Where do we use it? What can we do with it? I'll have a look and think. I'll put it somewhere else on the farm, maybe. Right, now, can I sell anything quickly? Well, I've got some sap. I could turn that into fertilizer, can't I? So let's just drop that on the floor for a second. Make some fertilizer. That opens up a bit of space. That's good. So, let's sort this one out. Okay. And so we got a little bit of stuff. Something vaguely useful. I'm going to go throw the... what's it called? The cloth in the processor and get that all done and stuff, because, you know, handy guff. Right. So, I think we're coming up towards the end of what I can physically do this evening, which is kind of the, I think, the case of the matter, isn't it? Okay. Yeah. So, I will organise all this stuff. That's good. And grab all this mayonnaise. I've got so much of it. I mean, so much. Which is ridiculous. Okay, so let's head on back up to the house and get ourselves ready for bed, because that is an important time. Of course, I've got a few more plans I'm going to do for tomorrow and work my way forwards, which is good. But I'll just deposit all these things in the appropriate chests, put the mixed seeds somewhere and do something with them. That'll be handy. And that's pretty much us ready to go. So, I'll bid you all a fond and loving farewell. Thank you for joining me as I ramble madly about all the odd stuff that I'm going on and doing in Stardew Valley. And please do like, share and subscribe, because it really does actually help. I have noticed a few more people joining in. They've been linked to me, which is great. So welcome to those new people. But for now, I'll bid you a fond farewell, and I will hopefully catch you again on the next time that the Walrus plays Stardew Valley.